big show here back in March, and I wanted to do something special, so I invited back the original host of Running Late with Scott Rogowsky. You know, I'm not the original host. This guy, he hosted the show from 91 to 1999. His name's Dale Seevers, and you know, back then the show was called Running Late with Scott Rogowsky, starring Dale Seevers. There's a complicated backstory.
I remember
that.
I remember.
He got into the whole backstory last time. But anyway, he had a great time being on stage and basking in the limelight again. And the crowd loved him. I loved him. So I thought, why not bring him back? He said he had some Funtime Summertime tips to share. And, well, I didn't give it a second thought. I said no on the first thought. No, of course, I'm kidding. Please welcome Mr. Dale Seevers. That was a big catchphrase. That was a big catchphrase in the 90s.
That was wonderful.
Dale Seevers,
crowd
welcome back.
just lit up. Scott, how are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you,
Nice
too.
to be back. Marty, still alive. That's good. Glad to see it.
Good. It's good to be alive. Good to be alive. You know, Dale, since the last time you were on the show, I was so intrigued by the old days. I went to the Paley Center.
Yes.
And I dug up some old episodes of Running Late with Scott Rogowsky starring Dale Seevers. You got that whole archive down there. You can check it out.
That's right.
Phenomenal stuff. I especially love the interview with Erica Laniak. That was...
She was fantastic.
She was fantastic.
Who knew she had so much to offer on the Middle East?
Yeah.
Really, my tenure hosting this program was its golden age. Never to be matched again, probably.
Well, that's a little unkind, but...
Hi, fellas.
Yeah.
Good to see you. But anyhow, oh, listen, I do have these tips.
You got these tips. Let's get into these summertime tips. You're so excited about this stuff.
I am excited about summer. And so many things. You know, one of my most favorite publications here in the city is Time Out. Now, I bet you had a couple of those as a kid, didn't you, Marty? Probably. I did too, for being naughty. But now this great publication, it's aptly named because, of course, reading the magazine is a form of punishment. And the folks behind this whole operation, they really go nuts for three things. Drinking outside, and being single. So in that same vein, I thought I would offer up some summer tips for drinking alone. Because, you know, I tell you, I offer this because when it gets to be hot, I don't need to be around other people. Mostly, I don't want other people to see me, you understand, because I'm a bit of a big fella. I've put on some pounds, and when things start to chafe, things get a little nasty. And I can go through a whole 5-gallon drum of that Gold Bond medical powder just to get through the 4th of July weekend. So stay away there. So what I've done is I've compiled a list here, and I'll share it with you.
Please.
These are great things, places to go where you can just be alone with your own twisted single thoughts and a lovely specialty cocktail. So, you know, it's been so long since I've enjoyed the intimate company of another person.
Let's get some Funtime Summertime tips then. How about
Absolutely, some fun time.
Let's not dwell on that.
Summer tips. All right, here's one. Here's a great location. Down under the Manhattan Bridge. Now, some people may think I'm talking about Dumbo, but I'm not. I'm talking about literally under the bridge there. There's a space between the bike path and the trains. And not too long ago, April, I think, they found an Asian guy that was living up there. And really,
I remember that.
He had the right idea, too. Now, this is great. If you can get some plywood and probably an old yoga mat in the trash, go over to Park Slope, you'll find them. And it's just a matter of timing and hoisting. So probably this is a nighttime spot. A good place to get away. And yeah, if you can really get your balance up there and you can make it, well, you deserve a drink, don't you? So I recommend the BDNQ. And now how you make that is just get a bunch of the remaining, whatever's left over in some PBR cans, whatever it takes to fill up a Gatorade bottle. So just empty that all in there and enjoy some nice time up in your perch. BDNQ is what that's called. Now, if you prefer to get away, how about head out to my cousin Dwayne's place over in Piscataway, New Jersey. Folks, if you have not been to the greater Rutgers campus area, you have not lived. Get on over there. He lives in a one-bedroom garden shed out behind a professor's house. It looks a little like that. And now the professor doesn't know he's there, so you have to be a little bit careful when you go in and out of that place. But once you do get in, it's fantastic. What a setup he has in there. Might be a lot like your place. He's got a ton of cassette tapes, and he's got a loft bed, and you got a pair of headphones that sort of works, and you can just go in there, listen to a little bit of those classic Manilow tracks, and mellow out. It is fantastic. Now, as far as a cocktail, I'm going to recommend that you sneak on out to the garden and grab yourself a handful of fresh mint. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Now take that and just crush it in your hands and put that into the bottom of a watering can and fill the rest of it all the way up with rum. And that is it's a backyard mojito. So you can enjoy that. Now, for something a little bit closer to home, because of course we're right here along the banks of my favorite waterway in all the land, the mighty Gowanee. Grab yourself a tire this summer and head down. Oh, it's great for the kids. But what you do here is I like to take my ex-wife's Buick station wagon and I go on down there to the parking lot at Lowe's. Leave the engine running. Now, probably if you're there, you're in a situation maybe similar to mine where you've gained some weight and lost some hair and everyone you've cared about is gone. So why not splurge and buy yourself a bottle of super rare Bruichladdich 40 year single malt and just enjoy it, folks. Just give yourself a generous pour, and if you should happen to accidentally slip on the gas pedal and drive that old mess of bones into the fetid water of the Gowanus, well, you've died as you lived, drowning in sorrow with an incurable sex disease. And those are some great tips for summer. Summer guide to drinking alone.
Tremendous, Dale.
And listen, I hope that maybe I won't have to be alone and you'll join me sometime. You can come along and bore me with some sports talk until I pass out.
We might do that. Dale Seever, everybody. Dale
Happy
Seever.
summer, everybody.